chipping. Far heap over there is the arm logs. You can probably see the difference. Just had a load of poplar come in, so we're chipping that now. Flying through the machine, nice easy chip, not like the arm logs or ash or anything like that. What's happening the rest of the yard, we're eating into the wood yard now. That's really kind of dipping down. We'll soon start seeing the concrete panel behind there. Still got a fair amount of logs, so we're not in any stress here. Order's going nicely as well. What have we got? Just on a kiln change. Ren is spinning out the slab wood, so that's selling really nicely in comparison. Here's your normal ash and these sort of slabby pieces that we do are really nice. They're going out, flying out. Vicky's on the saw bench doing that. Guys, so we're just down at the plant now. She's running all right. Engine 2 is coming on and off. We're struggling with our heat exchanger still, so I've actually got another one on order because the plant is still quite cold after we had to change the stator. She's still running about 32.5 degrees, which just isn't hot enough to really get the bugs that excited about the grub that we're feeding. So we're going to get another one and put it in series with this, so it'll come out of this heat exchanger box here and then go into another double skinned heat exchanger unit. So that's that. Still haven't managed to get the correct parts to wire up or plumb in the heat exchanger for the combi bag, so we're still waiting on that. We're having to actually empty out the bag at the moment of the liquid that I put in. So we did a test. It's holding nicely, but we're getting some floating polystyrene blocks underneath this, so we're going to have to cut some of that material and pull out the polystyrene which was attached to the heating coils as a way of insulating them, but we're just going to have to be done with that, I think. The edges are holding down nicely where we put down the concrete panels, but it's just that middle bit. The digger couldn't reach to it, and unless we've got a large crane or something in, I don't think it's going to work. So we're going to lower it down, get our waders in, get in there and start cutting that out, saving the heating coils and weighing them down, but putting we're getting rid of the polystyrene. So yeah, that's it. All the snow is gone now, which is quite nice in a way. I mean, it's great to have the snow because the orders for the wood go crazy, but at the same time it does make everything a little bit stressful. So there we are, guys. Okay guys, so we've chipped all that stuff up. There's always a lot of sort of crud that comes in, so I have to push that all back up. We've even got a few bricks in here, so yeah, funny what they bring in, but we can push that all up and we'll burn that up. We've got a nice pile of chip here. It always does a good job when it comes in the rounds. There's a little bit of fluff on it as well, always with poplar. And this is the arb logs that we've done, which again isn't bad. It's a bit more kind of spiky, but it's a nice product too, because it's softwood, and when it's dried down it gives a good burn for clients and everything. So yeah, all right, there we are. She's a little bit heavy, this pack. Perfect, Brad. Right, so that's cutting off there. We can get on with that. Some good nice pieces here. It's a good slice. It's good chunks there. So that's our little telehandler there, just getting serviced by Taddy. That's quite a big job. It got stuck in kind of crab steer, and so we had to put a new tap on there for the hydraulic steering. And now the seals on the ram seem to have gone. He's just looking at the lights now. Needed a new exhaust and servicing. So yeah, we treated it a bit roughly actually. So there we are. Anyway, you guys, we just got some sugar beet shreds here. A little bit of excess. Smells a bit sugar beety. We've had sugar beet before. This is just kind of shredded bits of it. They tell me the gassing potential is about half that of maize, so we're just mixing it in with our usual diet, and that's good. See how it goes through the plant. I've got a feeling it's going to be quite drying on the plant. Didn't leave anything on my hands, that, and yeah, it's got almost like a sort of slightly burny smell on it. So yeah, there we are. We've got another couple of loads of that coming in, so I took a little call the other day from supplier, and they said they had some excess that they needed to get rid of, so got a good price compared to maize. So we'll see how she goes through the plant. I'll keep the feeding the same, and we'll just have a look at our gas production in a day or so's time. So here's the methane at the moment, 49, and the HS2 is 27 parts per million. So we'll just keep an eye on that and see how that sugar beet affects things. So that'll be interesting to tell. So we're getting right down into the base of this log pile, and we're getting a lot of fines here in the logs themselves. So Bren's just tidying them all up again, and we're going to get the riddle bars in here and get them over the cleaner. So yeah, you can just see how much dust is coming out there. For a while, and the CH4 is 53 now, and H2S isn't too bad, so I think I'm going to raise the feeding a bit, and I'll put it up to 395 seconds per 30, so that should give it a bit more feed overnight. Okay guys, so we've got Ash here today from Red Kite. He's got his bits, so hopefully we'll get that heating system for the bag. He's got it all down here, and he's also going to do that port, one of the mixing ports on the tank. See if we can get that to stop leaking gas around here, which would be nice. Not quite sure where he is actually. Pass. Anyway, we'll find him soon. So we're just back up the top dryer. I took that spreading motor, which is there, big 3 kilowatt motor that pulls the chip across horizontally into the dryer, and it's error coding on the starter motor. But it's ever so funny because I took it to Shoebridge in Northampton and there wasn't any problem with the phases. It was running sweetly. It's trying to start. We hear a brief humming and then the starter pack switches it off. So I really don't know what's happening with the dryer. We are now having to dry in a bin, which isn't as good. It's much less efficient to dry in the bin because you're losing a lot of heat in the tubes and everything, but it does keep us going. So I'll speak to the manufacturer, see if they can find out and see what is happening here. So I'll switch it back on and get her running again, just on the fan side of things, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. To there, so that's sealed.
Okay, and then we can attach it onto this pipe, one of the ends, whichever one it is.
Yeah.
And we can send it back out and round.
Yeah, I'm just making up the other piece now.
Got the other piece. Oh, what, for the other end?
Yes.
Where's it going to go on?
So,
is that the bit there?
Yeah, sort of. So it's going to come off where it. Just keep putting my phone in my pocket. It's going to come off there, and then we're going to have a valve like this.
Yeah.
And then pretty much made up like this.
Yeah, I see. And then send it back to the right. Yeah. Okay.
So
superb, mate. And we also got the gas mixer as well.
Sorry?
The gas mixer.
Oh yeah, I've got to have a look at that.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll get time today. This looks like quite a job.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit difficult one to get it into place and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have a look. Okay, so I switched the tap there. Coming back down here. I've switched the tap up there. And I've turned on the motor here. So that should be driving hot water around the system. Okay, a little update on the what's happened to the plant. I don't know if you see that, but the H2S has gone up to about 100 parts per million when it was 30. So obviously there's a lot of sulfur in this sugar beets. I don't remember from previously having it. So we'll just keep an eye on that. We need to put some rust into the tank to keep that down. It will start to coat up the heat exchanger, gas heat exchanger, exhaust gas heat exchanger in the engine. So the guys won't thank me for that, who are servicing it, because it's a real bugger of a job. You've got to get rods in and sort of, it's like a kind of boiler. But there we go. It is what it is. I don't want to jinx it, but I think I've got the dryer working. Woo! So what it was, I spoke to Stuart from Woodtech, and one of the starter packs, which is in here, the fuse on that one had gone down, which is running the spreader auger. So there we are. I mean, it's not a biggie. These things kind of happen. It's always the way. You just got to try and work out what's wrong to get these things running. So we're refilling the dryer now. That's where all the scrunching and noises are. You get the wood chip inside, and I'll turn on the clearing augers and get it set up and take the bin off now. Those ropes are handy. Down. Are you off the ladder, mate? Still on it, eh?
If I pull the ropes out, is that alright?
It's fine, yeah, it won't go anywhere, I don't think. Hope that's not strong enough. Go and stand on the island then. You're down on the bottom, aren't you? That's not too bad, I think, Effie. See if you can get up on the island. Yeah. You'll probably be on a concrete panel somewhere.
Shit underneath that you can't, you're getting into it and it's hard to get your feet out.
It's all kind of gunky down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
think that's all kind of gravel and stuff. It's holding you, isn't it?
Holding me.
As you can just see the problem we got down there with these floating patches, which have got this polystyrene block. So it's still quite deep, so we'll get another load put into our tanker, suck out another 30 cubes of liquid out of there, which will take it down another foot or so. And then hopefully starting next week, we'll get in there, cut all that plastic and pull out this polystyrene. Unfortunately, our heating system, all the work we did yesterday, it's still coming back cold. So I'm just going to get rid of this heating manifold now. I've given up on it. We've had enough. I don't know why it's blocked. Can't work it out. So we're going to put another external heat exchanger here before it comes into the bag, boost it up. So that'll be 3 external heat exchangers we've got to keep the whole thing hot. And hopefully that will do the trick. Clip the hose at the back end there. I'm going to go back here, turn the tap on, see if we can get a flow of water down it, just to try and identify where this blockage is occurring. But I'm not going to spend... Is it coming through, F? Yeah, it's certainly coming through there. Cold.
Cold. Very cold.
Just check the water pressure in there, would you, mate, inside the shed. Right, stop now. Turn the water on, would you?
Below 1 bar.
Okay, have you turned the water on, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, good man. Right, we've opened this tap here, but there's hardly any water coming out of there. There's a bit now, but I think this line back is blocked somewhere. So that's where the spade's gone. Some point here. Turn off. Guys, I'm super lost here. We've got the hot water coming out. When we disconnect it, we're getting the hot water coming back from the header. So where's the blockage? I can't work it out. Why isn't the hot water circulating round? Super weird. We just have to keep going on this. Very, very frustrating. Okay, guys, so we finally got internet working. Mike did a good job. He had to string it up on high, put these boxes, and he's given a little bit of a sort of tape on top. So hopefully any trucks can get underneath, see it. He's run it along the ground there and back to there where we've got a splitter, because I had a full 200 meters cable, but there's just the voltage drop means it wasn't working. So I called up one of my IT guys who runs the plant. He said, yeah, you got to have a splitter to boost up the power. So we've got a little booster box there, and then it goes on. So finally, I think we've got our our internet connection problem solved, but we've still got to dig this in, cut the tarmac up under the road, and we go from there. So that's just a little update on our internet fiascos that we have, basically. But I just cannot run the plant without the internet. Can't view the cameras, we can't remotely log on, the engineers can't log on, etc. So it's just all a complete pain. But anyway, there we go.